Walt Disney World, the self-proclaimed most magical place on Earth, is home to great attractions, thrills and entertainment. But what is it like to dine there as a vegan? We hope to answer this question by showcasing the meals we ate at table service restaurants across their 4 theme parks and resorts during our most recent family holiday. Starting with restaurants in the Magic Kingdom area, our first meal was located in the Liberty Square area of the park, home to American history and one of our favourite attractions, the Haunted Mansion. We ate at the Liberty Tree Tavern, which is themed around America's founding fathers and has the decor of a colonial-style inn. The restaurant offers a 100% plant-based, all-you-care-to-enjoy meal. We started with the plant-based pull-apart bread, which had a plant-based garlic butter on top. And then the Declaration salad, which was mixed greens, apples, cranberries and vegan house-made dressing. The salad was fresh and was a lovely way to start the meal, and we particularly liked the cranberries. We also really enjoyed the bread, and it was perhaps one of the best bread services we had during our stay. The main course was plant-based meatloaf with mashed potatoes, mushroom gravy and seasonal vegetables. This was a huge portion, and we could have had more if we wanted it. The meatloaf was made from impossible meat and it was very flavourful and nicely seasoned. The mashed potatoes were really well seasoned and smooth. They were quite rich with the oil in them, but we really did like them. The green beans were also cooked in oil and perhaps some garlic. It was nice to have a huge portion of green vegetables on a plate in a theme park setting. The mushroom gravy also complemented the dish well. For dessert, we had Johnny Appleseed's warm apple cake, named after the American pioneer who introduced apple trees to the continent. The cake was a warm sponge apple cake with caramel and vegan whipped topping. It was fairly light for a cake and was just the right portion to finish our meal. Not too big, but not too small. We could have had more, but we were absolutely stuffed. The meal was very hearty for the Floridian August heat, but it really hit the spot and we all enjoyed it. Over in Adventureland, home to pirates, jungle explorers and flying carpets, we ate at the Jungle Navigation Co. Limited Skipper Canteen, a restaurant themed on the classic attraction Jungle Cruise. The restaurant claims to serve tropical cuisine and has a menu featuring dishes from Asia, Africa and South America. Our server went through the menu and identified all the vegan dishes. The official vegan main course was the curried vegetable cruise stew, but we could have also had the Falls family falafel as a main dish and could modify some of the salads and noodle dishes on the menu, so there is some choice here. We started with the modified jungle green salad with an Italian dressing, which was fairly basic but a nice accompaniment to our meal. Our daughter chose to have the Falls family falafel as a main course. She enjoyed this and particularly liked the hummus. We both went for the curried vegetable cruise stew, which consisted of seasonal vegetables and pineapple tofu in a house-made curry sauce served with coconut rice and naan-style bread. The tofu was nice and crispy and the pineapple flavour really came through. The curry was fragrant and went really well with the sweet coconut rice and of course the naan bread, perfect for mopping up that delicious curry sauce. Overall, we were really impressed with the food. This is our 3rd time dining at Skipper Canteen over the years and we will continue to return. A quick trip on the monorail from Magic Kingdom to the beautiful Polynesian Village Resort, you will find Ohana, where you can indulge in a fully plant-based, Polynesian-themed dinner served family style. The restaurant has a laid-back feel with views of the Magic Kingdom across the Seven Seas Lagoon, whilst being serenaded by a singer playing the ukulele. We started with plant-based rolls and spread, and a mixed leaf salad with citrus dressing. We also had some chips and hummus, with the server telling us that these were for additional protein. To accompany our meal, we had an IPA from Kona Brewing based in Hawaii. It was really good. The main course was a skillet featuring Ohana noodles, roasted seasonal vegetables, pineapple barbecued jackfruit, Polynesian-inspired chimichurri chicken and sausage. The noodles were delicious, as were the vegetables and the sausages. The vegan chicken was fine, but nothing to write home about. Some of us enjoyed the sauce of the barbecued jackfruit, but in all honesty, none of us are particularly great fans of jackfruit unless used in a topping for something else. However, overall, it was a good combination of dishes. For dessert, we had the famous pineapple bread pudding with plant-based ice cream. This was really delicious and one of the best desserts of the whole holiday. Overall, we really enjoyed our meal at Ohana, but it should be pointed out that it is a very expensive meal at $63 per person when we were there. Moving over to Epcot, we ate in the Land Pavilion, where we met Chip and Dale, Pluto, and the boss himself, Mickey, at Garden Grill for an all-you-care-to-enjoy breakfast. But you don't just get to meet the characters. The restaurant actually revolves very slowly and you're able to see large parts of the Living with the Land attraction while you dine. On to the food. We started with some passion fruit, orange and guava juice, known as POG juice, and then some fresh watermelon and plant-based rolls and spread. The rolls were really nice, but we soon realised that this was the standard plant-based roll in Disney. We enjoyed them nonetheless. We also had a coffee with some oat milk. We then received our skillet, which included impossible sausage patties, just egg, breakfast potatoes and allergy-friendly Mickey waffles with maple syrup. We enjoyed the flavour and seasoning of the sausage patties. They were really authentic tasting. As a general comment, we found the impossible meat we ate on holiday to taste very good, but they do contain GMO ingredients, so you'll need to make an individual choice if choosing to eat these products. This was our first time we had tried Just Egg, and we were really impressed with the texture and flavour. We would buy this if it were available in the UK. The Mickey waffles were a fun addition to the meal and very nice with the maple syrup. The breakfast potatoes, however, were a little cold and chewy, the only thing that let this breakfast down. Overall though, this was a fun way to start the day with decent food, full tummies, including good character interactions and a fairly unique restaurant environment. At the opposite end of World Celebration in Epcot, we took an elevator up to space to visit Space 220. In our opinion, this restaurant has a very expensive set menu where the vegan options are beetroot salad, pad thai and carrot cake. We didn't think it was worth the price based on some of the reviews we'd read. So we got a reservation in the lounge where we soaked in the environment and could order some drinks, and we tried the carrot cake, which was delicious. It was really nicely spiced and the candied crumbs and pumpkin seeds added a nice bite to the dish. We would recommend visiting the lounge to try this. A short trip from Epcot on the Skyliner will take you to the Caribbean Resort, a lovely resort full of island charm and home to what we all agree was the best meal of our holiday, Sebastians Bistro, home of the amazing Harvest of the Caribbean plant-based menu. As you can see, the plant-based options are clearly marked on the menu. They also have a great range of cocktails and drinks which we couldn't help but indulge in. Our daughter had the Sebastian Island Paradise, a non-alcoholic drink, and we ordered the Caribbean Smuggler and the Caribbean Mai Tai, both of which were fantastic, but quite strong. We started with the now familiar plant-based rolls, but this time with a lovely onion chutney and guava plant-based butter, which gave the rolls a different feel and flavour. We then had the spiced necklace salad, which was mixed greens with spiced candied pumpkin seeds, tropical fruit and radish with a key lime dressing. This was a beautiful salad with lots of different flavours. Now onto the sides. We had cilantro rice and beans, a vegetable curry and some broccoli. All were cooked well and complemented the main event, the Harvest of the Caribbean, which consisted of impossible kebab, fried jerk tofu, plant-based sausage and Caribbean fish cake. Every one of these dishes was a winner. The tofu had a light crispy batter and was full of flavour from the jerk spices. The kebab and the sausage were also nice and seasoned and were distinct from each other. The highlight though was the plant-based fish cakes. They were crispy on the outside and full of flavour in the middle. They tasted really authentic. We could have ordered more, but we had to keep room for the dessert, which was the plant-based coconut pineapple bread pudding with plant-based caramel sauce and vanilla plant-based ice cream. This was similar, if not the same dessert as in Ohana, but this time with the caramel sauce. Either way, we liked it so much we didn't mind. Every aspect of our meal at Sebastians Bistro was great. The food, the service and the atmosphere. We cannot recommend this restaurant enough. Heading over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, home to the stars, a galaxy far, far away, and journeys into the Twilight Zone, we visited Scfi Diner Theatre, home of those cheesy 1950s science fiction movies where you dine in a 1950s style dine-in theatre and watch trailers for old movies. The menu consists of classic American diner-style food. For vegans, there are the Impossible Nachos, a plant-based burger, and a milkshake. The atmosphere in the restaurant is very fun, and the server played along with the theme. We decided to share some Impossible Nachos, which we all really enjoyed. The Impossible meat was tasty and spiced like a chilli. We then opted for the Flying Saucer Impossible Burger, which was sadly pretty average, and none of us particularly liked the bun. Unfortunately, this was probably the worst table service meal of our holiday. The restaurant has a great ambience and is very fun, especially if you like film history, but for the price, we really can't recommend this restaurant to vegans. Over in Andy's backyard, otherwise known as Toy Story Land, you can shrink to the size of a toy and enjoy the great plant-based options at Rodeo Roundup BBQ, which is a very fun restaurant. Just make sure you remain still when Sarge lets you know Andy's coming. This was another all-you-care-to-enjoy restaurant, which starts with 2 salads, Trixie's plant-based trio and 4 sides, and then a dessert. They also have a good range of drinks. The Rootin' Tootin' tomato salad was fairly nice with a sweet vinaigrette, as was Wheezy's watermelon salad, which had a nice fresh flavour thanks to the addition of mint. The plant-based trio included combat cauliflower with harissa drizzle and walnut gremolata, scrumptious bratwurst and rip-roaring rib chop. The cauliflower was really tasty and well spiced. The bratwurst was also very flavourful, but our favourite was the rib chop, which was like an Impossible burger on a stick smothered in sweet sticky barbecue sauce. The claw veggie salad was fairly ordinary, to be honest. The potato barrels were crispy but quite oily. Our daughter enjoyed these though. Finally, the cowpoke corn on the cob had been grilled and had a nice char on it. Overall, this was a great main course and we were soon feeling very full, but we did have that special space left in our tummies for dessert, Gruff's peach strawberry pie, which was the perfect size after such a large meal. This was a nice sweet ending to a great and fun dinner. Our final stop on our culinary adventure is a really good one and a restaurant that was perhaps once a hidden gem. A short bus ride from the Animal Kingdom theme park is Kadian Village, a part of the Animal Kingdom Lodge Resort, and home to a restaurant called Sanaa. This is a restaurant that specialises in African cooking with Indian flavours, and the decor is African inspired. It's a really beautiful dining room. The menu has a lot of options, including for vegans. However, the dish that it's best known for is the bread service, and thankfully there is a plant-based version. You are provided with a nice flatbread and 9 accompaniments from mildest to spiciest. There are too many to list in this video, but they include cucumber raita, tomato date jam, red chilli sambal and spicy jalapeno lime pickle. It was so nice to be able to sample the range of delicious flavours. Our only criticism would be that we would have liked more, but then we did need to save room for our main course. For our mains, our daughter chose the Zanzibari vegetable curry with rice. This was packed full of veggies, including some yummy sprouts, although she did manage to find them and pick them out. The curry sauce had a decent mild flavour. We had the Pocky-inspired dish, where we would pick 2 of the harvest plant-based dishes each. These were the Rajma Masala, Chickpea Wat, Sukuma Wiki and the Lentil Dal, served with scented basmati rice. All of these were full of different flavours, some sweet, some salty and some sour. All of the dishes complemented each other well with the fluffy rice. It was good to have a meal packed full of different veggies and plant-based protein. With the bread service, this meal was really filling, which appears to be a theme with the amount of food they serve in table service restaurants, but we couldn't help trying the plant-based dessert they had on the menu. The Ankole cake, named after the animal, is spiced chocolate cake with baobab curd, coconut gel, meringue horns and star African rum macerated citrus. This was absolutely delicious. All the flavours complemented each other well. The baobab curd had a citrus-like flavour and went really well with the spices in the cake. The texture of the cake was also really good, and as you can see, it was a really pretty dessert with the meringue horns. This was the third time we have eaten at Sanaa over the years, and we will almost certainly return if we find ourselves back in Walt Disney World in the future. This brings us to the end of our whistle-stop tour of the table service restaurants we ate at during our stay at Walt Disney World. I think you'll agree that there are some great options whether you're looking for meat alternatives so you can have that classic American style breakfast, barbecue, or more whole food dishes with flavours from around the world, and not forgetting those decadent desserts. On the whole, we felt we ate really well, and whilst there are usually only 1 or 2 plant-based options on each menu, we felt we had enough variety across the resort to be satisfied. Be sure to check out our videos on the best counter service meals we ate and the snacks we found across the resort. Until next time, happy vegan dining!